Hello, hello, hello,
Let's take a higher train.
hello,
J.
hello.
Cole, instead of horns and a halo. And all the
Can you
Hey,
hear me?
how's it going?
How's it going,
Yeah, I can hear
Brendan?
you now.
Can you hear me now?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right,
Yeah,
man. Well, yeah, it's great. It's great to finally meet you. I mean, I know we've been texting a little
yeah,
bit,
man.
but now we got some time to like sit down and talk with each other. But hope you aren't too busy, right? With like school and work and stuff. Hope you got some time to meet
Yeah, we're
connect.
in midterm season right now, so it's getting rough, but not too bad.
Oh, really? Where are you going to school at
Yeah,
right now?
I'm in Cal Poly Slow, so it's like 2.5 hours from San Jose, originally from there.
Mm,
And we're a quarter system, so it goes by a
right,
lot faster, but it's not too bad.
right. I know that yours is different than ours because right now we're approaching final season. You're in San Jose.
Yeah, 'cause we finish middle of June compared to you guys are like end
Ah.
of May.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Okay.
yeah, because we've been preparing for finals recently, so it's been a
Hey,
lot for us.
best
Yeah,
of luck. Yeah.
yeah, appreciate it. But you said you're originally from here, right? From San Jose?
Yeah. I'm from South San Jose.
Oh,
So
wow, okay.
I went to like Oak Grove High School, if you know Oak Grove.
Uh-huh.
Kind of
Yeah.
live near the Caudle area.
Mm, okay. Yeah, but I'm not originally from San Jose.
Okay.
I live up by the Bay Area up in Fremont. But yeah.
Uh I have a friend who lives in Fremont area
Oh,
too.
really?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So what made you go to Slow?
Cal Poly.
Yeah, Cal.
I'm a big nature, like outdoorsy person.
Mm,
So I chose to come here. And then as a kid, we would always vacation at the beach because I surf a
that's cool.
lot. So
Yeah,
then
that's
I just
cool.
like, grew up with the area and kind of chose it over
Oh
San Jose.
wow. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's good that like you wanted to get out from like the place you grew up in. Cause like
Yeah. Also with San Jose, it's like super urban compared to here.
mm,
This is like a lot smaller of a town. So
I know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah.
There's a lot of like city, a lot of people,
Mhm.
very like gentrified.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's good though that you have that for yourself.
It's cool.
what are you studying right now there?
I'm a business major, so I do business admin in a concentration of marketing, and then I
Ah,
minor in psychology because it kind of goes like hand in hand.
yeah, I see. Wow. So what made you choose those majors?
My sister, she's 3 years older than me, and
Oh,
she went to UCI for business.
UCI.
And
Okay.
yeah, so she was at Irvine in Delta Sig, if if you know DSP. Yeah, so
Uh,
she was business frat as the president, and then like would always give me advice. So then I decided to get into business as well because I really like doing sales. Most of my job experience in the past have been sales.
mm.
So I think I'm personally good at it. So I like just staying in the field that I'm like familiar with.
That's good. Yeah, that you think you're good at it. And do you like it? The point of things like you like doing sales?
Yeah. Because I'm 100% a people's person, so I like just talking, having conversations with people. And in sales, you have so much like
Right.
one-on-one interactions,
Definitely.
so it's
Yeah.
nice.
Man, that's great to hear from you. I mean, I definitely didn't start out that way. You know, I was more like the
Okay.
introverted. I'll let you know like more about my story a little bit later. But
Uh-huh.
obviously, I just wanted to get to know you a little bit more before we talk, because obviously there's like a business opportunity on the table.
Yeah.
That's what like we were talking about. So, but like first, I want to like know who I'm talking to, right? Because you don't know a lot
Uh-huh.
about me. I don't know a lot about you. But yeah, we can just get right into that. But like first, I kind of want to know like from my initial message, on LinkedIn, what caught your attention, from what I said?
Here.
Like what caught your
I'm
interest?
putting up a message right now.
Yeah, go ahead and pull it up.
Okay, sweet. I really like the you were talking about entrepreneurial as well as like uh us both being like-minded individuals because
Hmm.
I always had like the entrepreneurship like side hustler
Yeah.
mentality
Uh-huh.
basically. Like back in high school I actually you know how people would sell like chips and things like that. I did
Yeah.
that for a little bit too, so I've always had like the ambition to
Uh-huh.
hustle and like just make more income. So looking at like you saying how it's like a really good opportunity and also just a way of making passive income. My
Hmm.
whole goal in the future is to retire in like my mid to late 30s, just
Hmm.
living off passive income like laundromats or
Right,
like
right, right, right.
things like that. So I was just really interested when you said like-minded individuals and all of that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone wants that passive income, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's nice.
especially living here in California, we know that one income is not enough. Especially if, like, you say you want to retire like in your 30s, like
Yeah.
definitely like a normal job isn't gonna get you that. So that's
Hmm.
why like for me personally, I was really open to like learning about new opportunities and stuff like that, so I can like start building an asset, while I'm young, so I can develop it and build like a source of passive income to rely on
Hmm.
in the future. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, 100%.
yeah, that's good to see that like you have that ambition, that always looking for side
Mhm.
hustles. I can definitely relate to when you said like selling chips at school because I was one of those
Uh,
guys.
really? Yeah. It was like a quick 40 to 50 bucks each day. So it's like,
Yeah,
might as well do it. Yeah.
going to Costco and restocking on like the cheap one, and then just
Yeah.
overcharging the
Having your
kids.
duffel bag. Yeah.
Yeah, but
And the drinks
that
too.
yeah, definitely. But obviously that's active income. So this
Uh-huh.
is like it wasn't sustainable. So obviously like besides that, I went like found my job and then that's when I found this opportunity. So now I got, two incomes working for me right
Mhm.
now. But I kind of want to know like besides like that message or the fact that we hopped on the Zoom today, like what's kind of like your expectation, to get out of this meeting today?
Um, I want to just learn more about what you have to offer. So I wanted to just see what this opportunity really is because you left it vague enough,
Mm-hmm.
or you gave me some details, so
Mm-hmm.
I like caught my interest, but you
Mm-hmm.
left it vague enough for me to like need to learn more
For
and to
sure, for
see if I'm
sure.
doing it. So
For sure, yeah, definitely. I mean, it would be a lot of information if I just gave it
yeah,
to you all right there. But in here we actually have like a selection process, because we
hmm,
don't partner with anyone, you know what I mean? We only partner
yeah,
with like those who show us like uh that they actually want to work with us, you know what I mean? There's a lot
uh,
of reasons why we have like the selection process. Earlier I mentioned it, you don't know anything about me. I don't know anything about you.
exactly.
We need to see if like our values align because this is a long-term business, a long-term asset that we're building here. So if you and me are going to be partners for the long run, we got to have like some trust, you know what I mean? I got to know like what your values are. So if we're going to work well together, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
But yeah, other than that, there's also a lot of information, like we touched on a little bit earlier. So if I gave it to you all in this Zoom meeting, we'd be here for like maybe 5 hours probably.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try and keep it short for you. This meeting it's not like an interview or anything. It's just you and me
Hmm.
having like a regular conversation. I mean, I hope you can tell I'm just a regular guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, as we go on through the process, we can give you like more information about the business model that we use and then like the companies that we partner with. So, that'll all come, but like for just today in this meeting right here, it's more of a chance for me to get to know you. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
want to
yeah, yeah.
hear like your story, why you're out here looking for more opportunities, like what's that motivation. So, I mean, I'll definitely share with you my story and how I got
Hmm.
started. But yeah, before we get into that, and then do you have any other questions for me right now?
No, not at the moment, but as we continue,
Yeah, for
I'll
sure,
sure.
for sure. I mean, I definitely didn't introduce myself when I came up in here, but my name is Tona. I'm here in San Jose locally, and I'm studying at San Jose State University as a business major. So we're both like in that business field, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm concentrated in finance right now. But it wasn't always that way, you know what I mean? I actually started with entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So I was always set on like being an entrepreneur. I mean, the way I grew up, uh, I'm a first generation. I'm a Mexican. Both of my parents were immigrants from Mexico. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? They came here speaking no English with no money, so it was pretty hard on us. You know what I mean? I grew up very, very low income. always struggling to like pay rent, stuff like that. So I saw that, right? And I was like,
Hmm.
my parents came here to this country to give me a better life. So I gotta be the one, there's like that obligation, that sense of responsibility to be the one to like
Hmm.
provide, to be the one to help us get out of that situation. So ever since I started high school, I was working very young, since I was like 15, working in fast food, getting promoted there, getting fired there, you know what I mean? Just the normal job life to help pay rent, to help pay bills for my family.
Hmm.
No one in my family ever went to college. So when I was the first one, I thought like I was taking huge steps. I was gonna get us out the mud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I quickly realized that college is pretty much just training you to become an employee,
Hmm.
and some people are okay with that. Like I don't know about you, some people are good with the 9 to 5 life, but I mean I definitely was. But then that was when I met my mentor, and that was the game changer. You know what I mean? I think I mentioned
Hmm.
that a little bit in my messages that
Yeah.
someone like me isn't. I don't have a huge business background. I've never done e-commerce before. I've never had my own business before. So if I came in here, I didn't really know what I was doing. Right? That's
Hmm.
where the mentorship comes in. I met my coach on campus, and she introduced me to my mentor. This guy retired himself at 21.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Have you ever met anyone that retired that early?
No, because I still get people baffled by the fact that I want to retire in my 30s. So
Yeah,
for you to be retired
definitely.
in 21 is insane.
Yeah, exactly. Because people are so focused on like just working that job and retiring when
Yeah.
everyone else is retiring. But this guy made it happen at 21. And not just that, he retired his parents at 24.
Um,
He sponsored both of his parents and retired them. No one has a job. And I'm like, so first of all, that's impressive, right? But then I'm
mhm.
also a little like sketched out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like,
I'm
how is this
like, yeah,
possible?
right? I'm like, how is this possible? There's definitely like something sketchy going on behind the scenes. But I actually got a chance to meet my mentor. It was a long time ago. My coach brought me up to him, and his name is Phil. He comes from Vietnam, and he's a international student. So I
Okay.
saw him. I'm like, Phil, I saw what you achieved. I saw what you were able to do with this business, and as long as it's legal, as long as it's ethical, like
Yeah.
I want to learn from you. Like no like funny business. Put that all aside. Like let's get serious. I want to learn from you because I was really like this guy has the lifestyle that I want. Traveling every day, not worrying about expenses. So, I had to like put my ego down and like this guy knows more than me. So let me learn from him. And you know what he told me? He said,
Mm.
"You know what, Tona? I work with hundreds of entrepreneurs across North America, in the US and Canada, and they all tell me the same thing that they want to work with me, that they want to learn from me. So he asked me, what makes you different? So I'm over here giving him like, oh, I got a 4.0 GPA. I got this on my resume.
Mhm.
He wasn't worried about any of that. He did not care at all. He cared about my ambition level. He cared about my goals, like why I wanted to start my own business. He cared about if I was accountable, if I was someone that, my words matched my actions. Like what I was talking about earlier, he cared about my values,
Mhm.
putting people before profit, having that freedom before luxury. You know what I mean? Those are all important things. And like, I didn't even realize it at the time. You know what I mean? Because like, school is always like programming you to like show off your GPA or your resume or whatever
Yeah.
achievements you've done. But he cared about the skills, cared about the values. And like, it's something that, you don't see ever. You know what I mean? At like
Mhm.
any job, anything, anywhere. Most mentorship out there costs like what thousands of dollars to sit down with
Yeah.
for one meeting with a mentor for them to give you like some basic advice. But what I had to do is basically just get through the selection process. This is how I was able to prove myself to him that I was someone that was hungry, someone that was
Mhm.
appreciative, smart, humble. that I wanted to learn from him. So after like about a month, 2 months in the process, I was able to like earn his trust, earn his guidance, and he helped me start my own business. And he helped me, work to get the lifestyle that he has.
Hmm.
My coach right now, she's about to graduate from San Jose State, and she doesn't need a job. Her business income is more than her professional job right now. The same way my mentor, my mentor did that when he was uh, starting back when he was 19. I'm
Hmm.
19 right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like, if I really learn from him, if I really do what he did, then I could have what he has. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Before that, I wasn't really someone that thought about my future, who thought about like having a specific plan of what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go. But he helped me realize, it's very important to pick the goal first, because if you know like where you're going, it's easy to work backwards, you know what I mean? I mean, the best way I can put it is like when you're traveling, you know what I mean? Do you book
Uh-huh.
like the for a flight ticket, do you book the destination first or do you book like the vehicle? 'Cause if you're going to Hawaii, obviously you can take a plane, right? But if you're going to like
Yeah.
Oakland, you're probably not gonna want to take a plane. You're probably gonna just drive there. So just
Uh-huh.
knowing like your end goal and knowing what could help you reach there. I know my end goal. I want to retire in my 20s the same way my mentor did. I want to retire my parents the same way he did. I want to buy them a house. So working backwards from there, seeing like the income that this business could give me so I can help achieve that, it just made it crystal clear. Made it almost too easy for me. Just follow the game plan, you know what I mean? So that was a little bit about me, what I was before this business. Just a regular guy. I mean, right now I'm still a regular guy, but
Hmm.
now I have goals. Now I have focus. I'm focused on something, you know what I mean? But I kind of want to know like about you. Like before this meeting today,
Yeah.
before like I ever texted you about anything, what were like your plan going forward for like the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, so I'm gonna reflect on some things that you said,
Yeah, go
which
ahead.
is
I'd love to hear that.
yeah, similarly like you, I grew up in like a lower income family as well.
Okay.
I'm from the south side of San Jose, that like I went to the Title I high school and all
Yeah.
of that. I'm used to like wanting the financial freedom that my
Uh-huh.
parents never really had because they were always like jumping
Right.
from job to job, or they're like just locked in for 40 to 60-hour work weeks.
Of
So
course.
I think it's really admirable that you want to retire your parents, and then
Mm.
hearing that from you is like a goal that I would like to strive upon as well. I don't know if you could see it, but right here
Uh-huh.
or right there
I see. I see. Yeah.
behind me,
What is that?
uh, that's a Spartan race bib. So I do
Uh-huh.
ultra marathons, which is
Oh,
basically
wow.
50 kilometers, and then Spartan races you do like obstacles in between.
Uh-huh.
So I do these like obstacle course races, and like you were saying about knowing your destination, you just got to find a way to get there. It's
Yeah.
similar in that aspect, that I know what I got to do because it's like this course that's laid out for me. I just
Right.
got to show up, stay routine, and like I'm someone who likes to have a routine in place and then
Mm.
see active like increase in improvement. That's why I'm like really into the gym as well.
No,
So
yeah,
just
me too.
giving me that whole goal of like seeing myself and then seeing the improvement, which sounds like the opportunity that
Yeah,
you have right now in your job.
definitely. I mean, I was like very introverted before this. I was the guy,
Hmm.
put my hoodie on, put my headphones on, and sat in the back of the class, talking to no one. But
Hmm.
from
Yeah.
this business, that's how I'm able to talk with you today. I wouldn't even want to talk to people about a year ago, but after like so much growth and personal development, working closely with my coach and mentor, that's how I was able to grow myself.
Hmm.
There's always a better version of you that out there that you can work for to achieve. Yeah. But I know you said like your plan was to retire like in your 30s, which I know
Oh yeah.
it sounds crazy.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
my whole goal outside of college was I initially wanted to go into consulting after I finished
Mm,
school because I wanted to travel with my job as well as get experience with other companies with it.
right.
Because uh, as a consultant, you can have like 8 months in Uber in Florida or go to like Amazon and see different work ethics and like just cut business like values and traits to become
Hmm.
more well-rounded. And then in my 30s, I wanted, or while like growing up, make like income. And with all the income, I would put it into passive income sources like
Hmm.
laundromats and the vending machine. So I always live pretty frugally. So I was planning
Uh-huh.
on just accumulating as much
Yeah.
just money that I could put into other ventures along the way. And then once one thing blows up, focus my energy towards that. So I always had the mindset of like quitting the 9 to 5 like you. I
Oh, for sure.
never saw myself as someone who wanted to stay in work until I'm 65 and then retire and get to enjoy life. I wanted to retire early and also be able to experience as much as I could.
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, people like they limit themselves so much. They feel like it's
Yeah.
not possible to retire that early.
They find the safety in the job
Yeah.
because what people are so afraid of is the unknown. It's one of the biggest things that people worry about, and they
Yeah.
don't like taking the chance. I'm a risk taker in those types of aspects where it's like, if I see an opportunity
Mm,
arise and say it's even like a 5% chance that it succeeds, and 95% if it fails, I would still rather take the chance and see it through than never take the
mm.
opportunity to begin with.
I love that. That's great. Yeah. Because that's something my mentor always says, the biggest risk is not taking a risk.
Yeah, 100%.
You're just gonna stay normal and nothing's gonna change in your life.
Mhm. I always wanted to seek that exponential growth. Like
Yeah.
comfortability and stability was never something that
Hmm.
like it's something I value, but it's
Right,
never
right, of
I
course.
was super content with just like sticking at. I always liked seeing the what ifs and like
Yeah. Hmm.
physically I liked how you said that not only this job improved you like businessly, but you got the self-improvement and then it's also helping in different aspects of your life. So that's
Exactly.
nice to see that it's
Exactly.
not only just a business development, but just in general.
I mean, these skills are like you're gonna need them in life. That's what something
Mhm.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
How am I gonna be able to communicate with my wife in the future if I can't even like properly communicate with someone right now? You know
Mhm.
what I mean? So these are like skills that help you out in all aspects of life. And I like what you said about that job security. I know that's what a lot of people are worried about right now, the current
Mhm.
job market. I mean, nobody knows if there's going to be another pandemic or anything, or
Yeah.
if there's going to be a bunch of layoffs, or house prices are going to go up, or whatever it could be. I
Mhm.
mean, that's why people like are really satisfied with that 9 to 5 life because they know they're secure. There's money coming in this week. There's money coming in next
Mhm.
week, but that limits you. And I like what
100%.
you said. It's not what you want for yourself. It's not what I want for myself.
Mhm.
My parents came here to give me a better life. So I not only want to give myself a better life, I want to give them a better life too. As a thank you. It's my obligation. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I mean, this is an opportunity that you can build on the side. You know what I mean? There's like a bunch of our business partners have like professional jobs, professional careers. Obviously a lot of students. So it's not like we're asking you to like put all that aside so you can do this. This is something you can do in your spare time. My mentor always says 9 to 5 is when you make a living, right? All your expenses. But from 5 to 9 is when you make a life. It's when you're able to put time into an asset that'll be built up and help you on in the future. So if there is a pandemic, if I do get laid off from my job, then I have a backup plan. I have this income to rely on. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
so like what kind of things have like extracurriculars or like things on the side have you been pursuing? Before this meeting today, obviously. Have you ever
Yeah, yeah.
pursued anything on the side?
So I was always a really active kid in clubs growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I did Key Club and Interact, which is two like hospitality building clubs. And in college, I do surf rider club, which
Oh
is
wow.
you go to the beach and you basically clean up all of the like trash and
Oh,
then you do like cycling collections.
that's
So
good.
I just like preserving and trying to keep my community as good as it could be.
Hmm.
And then I also wrestle on the side. So I
Oh
do the
wow.
Cal Wrestling Club. So I
Uh-huh.
like just staying active and having these connections. But in terms of business and income that way, I
Hmm.
used to actually have an Etsy store and then I would do the on-demand shipping. So or
Uh,
printing. So people would order from me and then I would send that off to another website and then
uh-huh.
they would like, print it and then send it out. So I was just the middleman, basically making money that way.
Hmm.
And I've also always been a hustler, so I would buy things on Facebook Marketplace and then like resell or reflip that on
Oh yeah,
eBay or like
definitely.
offer up. And during the pandemic, I actually worked at a mall.
Hmm.
I was at Journeys, which is like a sh shoe
Yeah, I know
store.
about journeys. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I worked at Journeys, but because of the pandemic, they closed down the mall
Oh,
completely. So, like the job stability thing, we don't know if there's going to be another pandemic.
exactly.
I lost that, and I actually got into sneaker reselling.
Ah,
So, yeah, I was, especially in San Jose, since it's such a populated area,
for sure.
things like OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace is very saturated. So, I I just dabble in a bunch of little things
Mm,
whenever a side hustle like
yeah,
appears.
definitely. I mean, I see you're focused on like so many different things, but like,
Mhm.
has any of those like worked out for you? You know, something that you want to continue doing, like that drop shipping or the sneaker
Yeah.
reselling?
So with eBay, I actually my grandma, she was kind of a hoarder like
Uh-huh.
most of her life, so she would always buy items and things. So when skincare all still
Uh-huh.
and I make around like last year I made $1,800 and off just like selling her items and then going to the post office like maybe
Hmm.
once or maybe 3 to 5 times a month. So I'm still pursuing that so because I still have like the stock there.
Right,
But
right.
I work 20 hours a week and
Hmm.
then I also have school. So right now I didn't like find anything else to pursue once I moved over to
Mm.
school.
Yeah, I see. I see. Yeah, 'cause like I know about the drop shipping thing, like I know it's not sustainable. You know what I
No,
mean?
it was really good earlier on. I got into
Right.
it maybe in like 2016,
Oh
2017.
wow, early, huh?
Yeah, so I was like pretty early on, like the whole retail arbitrage idea. But ever since like TikTok and more social media and also COVID kind of
Yeah,
forced people to go into it as well. And once it became just so
mainstream,
overpopulated,
right.
yeah, it's harder for your thing to sell compared to the other 50 people doing the exact same thing.
Definitely, definitely. And I mean, I know like I've had some experiences with drop shipping. I've known some people as well. And like I know it's hard to get products, you know, like real products, because that's essentially what we are here, you know, in the e-commerce and franchising. It's not drop shipping though. You know, I can explain that to you, but essentially we're a middleman. It's like Amazon, you know what I mean? They connect the
Mm-hmm.
consumer to the product.
Right?
It's like
Yeah.
Uber. I mean, Uber doesn't own any cars. They just connect
Mm-hmm.
people who need a ride with people who need money and have a car. Like Airbnb, you know, they don't own any property. They just connect people who need a place to stay with people who have a house that they want to rent out. So that's essentially what
Yeah.
we do here, you know, connecting people with our products. But unlike drop shipping, I know there's always like a hunt to find out like what's trending, what's in stock, what's on the
Mm-hmm.
market. But there's no hassle for that for us because we partner with a company and they give us access to all of their products, everyday products that are used by everyone. Every household has them. So there's always like something you could promote. You know what I mean? Even during the pandemic, people didn't stop brushing their teeth. People didn't stop washing their clothes. So
Yeah.
even during the pandemic, we did very well. So these are like everyday consumable products. So, and we have access to them as independent business owners. So there's never a hassle to figure out, do I have products this month? What's the shipping looking like? What's my inventory? Because the company takes care of all of that. They just want us to focus on building our business in the easiest way we can. Like it sounds too good to be true, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
they cover everything. They really do though. And essentially the franchising is what helps make the passive income. Because you're probably not going to make passive income just selling a bunch of products, right? Like that's active
Hmm.
income, you know what I mean? But being able to teach people that, being able to duplicate it, that's what, building a team that can sell products and teach people to sell products, eventually we can be able to walk past that, walk away from that. It's like McDonald's. That's the easiest way I can put it. I mean, their burger, do you think they make like the best burger in the world?
No.
Probably not. I could probably make a juicier burger here in my kitchen. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But it's simple. It's easy to
Mhm.
make. So that's why the owner of McDonald's, his name is Ray Kroc, he was able to teach it to so many different people. Your simple burger, boom, put it on the stove, onions, ketchup, mustard, whatever. Able to teach it, easily duplicatable. Everyone can understand it. That's why there's a McDonald's in like every city today.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because if you have something hard, something that's complex, you're not going to be able to teach it. People aren't going to be able to understand. So it's better like keep things simple so it's duplicatable.
Yeah. I was in I work for this company called Magnified Marketing Group, and
Mm,
it was basically an MLM, and we were taught this whole script, and you would have a mentor to look after, and then you would get mentees of your own. And I totally understand the replicability.
yeah.
Can't say that word, but just being able to push your knowledge onto someone else and have them also succeed. So I like that whole mindset that you were talking
Right.
about and that job structure of just having people work under you with this here. It was an in-person thing. We
Oh,
basically set up little booths in front of like grocery stores and in like Redwood City.
oh. I cut out a little bit there. Okay, I think I'm
Oh
back now.
yeah,
Can you hear me?
no worries. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
There's been a couple times it's been spotty, but
Yeah,
it's fine.
yeah. Yeah, that's on me.
I
That's
was
my bad.
just saying, yeah. Is there where did you end off?
Oh, you were just talking about like your experience with that the other marketing group that you were with. You said you're
Oh
like
yeah.
in Redwood
So we
City.
just garnered, yeah, we just garnered monthly donations of 25 to even $100 for
Mm.
the ASPCA, which is
Oh,
the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty towards Animals.
oh, okay. I think it's fine now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me well? I think I'm good now.
Yeah, I could hear you there. There's sometimes where you cut out like still, but it's
Yeah,
not
it should be.
too.
You want to. There's a lot of things you want to look
Mhm.
at. I mean, that's another reason why we have the process. Like, it's not for you to like just get in here and be like, okay, I want to do the numbers that are into it, because we want someone that looks at facts and not opinions. You know what I mean? Someone who not easily influenced
Mhm.
by like what the outsiders say. You know what I mean? So there's like just like you're aware, there's a lot of different companies out there who like have similar structures to like this meeting that we're having today. So there's a lot of things you want to look at, like the products, the compensation structure. Some of them are like get rich quick schemes, like pyramid schemes. So you really want to be aware of like how the money's made. Obviously we're not going to get